Okay, so here's what Canada, Western Canada, needs to do. We need to act as a unified voting bloc. British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba. You think you're going to say, oh, but the population still isn't big enough to beat Ontario and Quebec. True. Fact of the matter is, most of our governments over the last 20 years have been minority governments. And minority governments are ruled to a large extent by minority parties or voting blocs. So in British Columbia, there were two Green Party members, and they got to tell the NDP, who had won and had the vast majority of the seats, but with their two seats, they gave them enough power to beat the Conservative Party of BC, which I think confusingly was called the Liberal Party at the time. So, anyways, yeah, you don't need to have a majority in order to control a government. Another example, obviously, was the NDP with Jagmeet Singh having say over the Liberals to beat the Conservatives. A lot of Conservatives seem to think that the NDP was somehow bad to do that. No, they got us free dental care. They got us some other stuff, I guess. They really didn't do a good job of communicating themselves, and they got decimated. So I don't know if they'll ever come back. But as far as using their leverage, they did. They maybe needed to do a little more. They needed to be a little more strident, and I don't know. I can't say how they went wrong, really. But the key is you don't need to have the majority of votes in order to control a government. So if Western Canada, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta, and British Columbia voted together as a bloc, if we were a unified force, if we stopped fighting each other and started working together, we could have a say in Ottawa that was very effective and taken extremely seriously by whoever's in charge, probably Mark Carney and the Liberals. But if they know that Western Canada is unified, then they have to take us seriously. They have to. Because if we're just fragmented and half the country, and they know how, like, say that right now, the prairies, oh, they're going to vote conservative because they have for 50 fucking years. Well, I'm telling you, people, you need to change your strategy if you want a different outcome. And constantly bitching that Ottawa is out to get you has gotten you nowhere. So, change tactics, okay? Back in World War II, the Japanese were known for not changing tactics. They had bonsai, I think they called it bonsai, where they would just literally charge at the enemy and try to, kill them. Well, the strategy that the Americans adapted. That's the key. That's why the Americans are one of the most effective militaries in the world, is because they adapt to the situation. They change their tactics. So if you want to approach managing Canada from a Western perspective, that's going to benefit Western Canada 100%, but also stay unified with the rest of the country, not throw the baby out with the bathwater and separate and go into the whole wilderness of where that's going to go, then we have to organize. We have to work together. We have to stop bickering and start agreeing and realizing what the fuck this is all about. Is it about owning the libs? Like, because what is that? Is it about improving the standard of living for Canadians across the board? Who cares if they benefit in the East? Why is that a negative? We can all benefit. We're all Canadians. We got this far. Let's not pack it in now. So, anyways, that's the Sunday briefing for February 22nd. That's Chewy sneezing there. Are you doing okay, Chewy? Anyways, thank you for listening. And let me know if this matters to any of you. Let me know your thoughts. Subscribe, follow, share, please. And I look forward to interacting with more of you more.